And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for 100,000 people. Because we did it! We hit that huge number that was never ever going to happen. And yay, fucking yay. And as you can tell from my voice, we may or may not have celebrated at the weekend. I mean, we were going to go out anyway because we didn't have the kids, but I had extra reason to feel pretty good about myself. So, yeah, we hit it. We hit the 100,000 mark. If you saw Friday's video, that was actually a video. I know some people thought it was a stream. It wasn't. It was a pretty fucking short stream. But, yeah, that's like a properly made video. So if you haven't watched it, it's actually worth a watch. And, yeah, we went out to a metal club. I may or may not have sung along. Don't know if you can tell. So I'm a little bit fucked. I was umming and ahhing about whether or not I was going to record. I normally record on the day I write a script. I've written a script. From the sounds of it, it's probably not a great idea that I try and record it. Honestly, it's probably not a great idea to do this stream, but fuck it. Also, someone was saying, "Oh, we're gonna get sick drunk for another 3 hours." You're welcome to try. The price is $100 a shot. I don't give a fuck. The first time, $20 a shot was just too low, really. I mean, if I wanted to fucking die of alcohol poisoning, people are very willing to pay $20 a shot to get someone really drunk. Yeah, it has to be high because I ain't gonna survive that shit. Yeah, I've had worse ideas, like working for a living. I mean, that shit is just not worth it. I think actually working for other people is what's not worth it.
Yeah.
Working for yourself's fucking great, as long as you can actually make money doing that.
And motivate yourself.
And motivate. Well, I think that's part of it. We did it. Get the whiskey buckets. Call in the stripper hobos. Sincere congratulations. You worked long and hard to produce a terrible site. Well, channel, but yeah. And your efforts, I mean, I know it does look like I'm the one running YouTube because of how shit it often is. Unfortunately, no. But yeah, it's taken a long time. I mean, a lot of people, and I think it's a problem for a lot of people, is that they'll grow just fucking ridiculously fast. And the amount of times I've seen people go from like nothing to sort of 50, 60, take a shot, fuck me. Okay, it's getting...
Oh no, it's happening again.
Yeah. And by taking shots, they get added to the drink. And some of the drinks are very, very strong. And some of the drinks, I get them at the start, so that's always good. But... yeah, I think some people, I think too fast growth can fuck with you. I've seen it happen a bunch of times.
Multiple times, yeah.
Yeah, they lock onto the same kind of content. They and then they get bored, and they also think, oh, running a YouTube channel is like really, really easy. But actually, running a consistently successful YouTube channel is a lot of work, but it's also very satisfying. So when I've had my little bits of growth, maybe I would have grown faster if I'd have lent in to whatever was making me grow. But I never did that. And I never would, because it would bore the shit out of me. And, you know, I cover... My zone of content is obviously, you know, a size. But it's still quite broad. I like stupid in general. You know, I've covered people doing all sorts of different things. Now, religion comes up a lot for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. But, yeah, like, when I see a video doing really well, I think, I'll make another one of those next month. I never think, I should make like 10. And, yeah. Now, some people, that works for them. Some people... they have that growth and they enjoy it, which is fantastic. But I have seen so many people, they get stuck into it. And then because they're doing the same thing over and over, I think they get bored. And because they get bored, their content suffers. And then they just start making shit things. So they get this weird sort of mindset where it's really easy to grow on YouTube, which is somewhat true if you luck out, but it doesn't mean that you'll stay there. Anyway, yeah, that's just a thing that I like to bring up at every possible moment. Team Skeptic wants to go drinking with you, Sick. I know he does. He sent me a message. I'm probably too busy, to be honest. I'd like the idea, but it would all depend. Like maybe at a weekend, but I don't know. I know that he's in Europe, and I know that he's heading about, but it is what it is. I found you through Flat Earth. Love all the videos though. That was like still my biggest performing video. It's a Flat Earth video, and a bunch under it are also really good performers. But I think if I'd have stayed there and done nothing but Flat Earth, like people get bored of that shit. And even with my style, there's only so many things and so many ways I can say stuff. Even now, like I like to cover Flat Earth every so often. Your favorite fur girl will be 50 tomorrow. Crikey. That's a whole that's a 10 cents per year. I don't know why I find that funny, but I do. Yeah. Oh god, I had a point and it disappeared.
That happens.
What was I saying?
I don't know. You're waffling.
Just because I'm waffling doesn't mean I don't want to continue talking about what I was talking about. Add a live React stream per week. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about how if I'd have stuck with the Flat Earth stuff, I would have gotten bored. And I wouldn't have had much to say. And there's only so many ways that you can say, that's fucking stupid. About the same topic. Anyway, I can say that's fucking stupid about an infinite number of topics and still be right.
Jesus Christ.
Take a shot at justice for real money. Thank you, Void. Although now it won't let you pay $500 for an extra hour, so you really shot yourself in the foot there. Plus, I don't know, 22 terrible months. They have been the worst. And that means you're almost at the big shiny thing. But yeah, the concept of keeping a channel alive for a long time and growing and enjoying it is a lot more challenging than most people. I mean, Creaky told me when I hit there that I am in the top 0.5% of all YouTube channels ever by having 100,000 subs, which is mad. Like most things
it
just
is really
don't
weird.
Go anywhere. I mean, to be fair, effectively everybody who has an account has a channel, but I don't know if that counts like people who've tried. And, you know, I mean, I've had like 3 or 4 channels. A couple of them were actual tries. One of them was just like mine. And I just put stuff on it because I'm a fucking asshole. One of them was an earnest attempt and was just bored the shit out of me. It was video games. I wanted to be a gaming YouTuber. I realized that shit is actually work. If you watch someone who is consistent and grows and people really enjoy watching what they do, they work their fucking ass off. Like, there is no other way to put it. That shit is hard, goddamn. I just realized I've got to add another shot to this fucking drink. It's already really strong. I'm gonna get another can. Fuck you. I'll put 2 shots in it.
And no, I'm not drinking. I'm drinking ginger ale.
She's drinking ale. Ginger ale. I had a subscriber once. I didn't even post any vids. Lol.
Yeah, that's weird when that happens.
Occasionally, I'll look through my list of recent subscribers, and it'll show me that they have like 24 subs or something. And it's like, why?
I'm trying to keep up with all the comments.
I just fucked up one of my shots, so I'm going to have to...
Is he good at sex? Yes.
We did a whole sex yesterday.
Oh, you're fucking obsessed with telling everybody.
What? It was good. We did a noises and everything. Collab with CC. Mrs. Sick would shoot me in the face. We don't even have a gun. She would go find one. She'd fucking kill me.
Just anytime he starts talking, I probably just start going, ah! Just so they don't have to hear him.
Well, he starts every sentence with CC here, Chris, Westchester County. That's why all of his videos are so asinine. It's all just one long sentence. But, so if you're like having a conversation with him, he's like, hi, Chris. CC, Chris here, Westchester County from New York. Tells you the date. And I'm like, fucking hell. It is exhausting talking to you. And not just because of the stupid shit. I don't know how many subs I have. Less than 100, I'm sure. Should probably start posting vids again. Well, that's the thing. It's work. It is work. I mean, I make jokes about being a lazy YouTuber all the time. Ask Mrs. Sick the truth. I would work when I shouldn't if I didn't have some rules in place. I had to set actual boundaries to stop from working so much, especially when COVID came around. That was fucking dangerous times.
He's more of a workaholic than he's an alcoholic.
I know. I don't even like work.
I know you do, but you do it constantly.
Because you gotta.
I kind of got used to it now, but it's still really annoying.
When, on the early days, Mrs. Sick got kind of pissy with me because I had to tell her, like, if you want to spend time with me, we're going to have to, like, organize it. It's like, I'm not organizing time to hang out with you. And I'm like, I'm not talking about fucking, like, put you in the calendar. I'm just saying that we have to decide I'm working at these times. And like, because we've never been sort of a standard workers. We worked in pubs, and then I worked for other things as well. But a lot of the time, my hours were always quite freeform. So a 9 to 5 has never been something that has made much sense to us. So I had to kind of make one. Although I don't work 9 till 5. I don't work before 12 most days. I can't. Like, I literally, even if I sit down at 9 a.m., I won't do fucking jack shit. I'll be sat in front of, like, I'll have video to edit or whatever. I'll just sit in front of it, and I might do... Well, let me put it this way. The amount of work I can do when I'm in work mode, and I'm actually getting on, is I can do about... Within about 4 hours, I can do about 10 minutes of video. When I am not in that mode, 4 hours, I'll do about 30 seconds to a minute. It's ridiculous how much less I do.
Yeah, I remember when I think it was like last week, when you decided to try and get an early start.
Yeah.
And you did 2 minutes in like 5 hours.
Yeah, it was. And it really fucking pissed me off. I shouldn't have tried. And I should never try. But I'll often sit there. And one of the problems is that when Mrs. Sick is working on her things, I feel like I'm being lazy if I'm not working on something. But what I should be doing is just watching fucking videos or playing a game. I think that's part of the reason why I'll often just go in the living room. Because it's that stupid...
I can hyperfocus better than you can.
No, but I hyperfocus at a different time of day. That's the difference. If you started working from 6 till 10, how much work would you do?
What, on the evening?
Yeah, because you don't work evenings.
I would work evening.
But you don't normally work evenings.
No, the reason I do that is because in winter, I can't work evenings.
Well, there you go.
Because I fit by 7 o'clock, I'm like, right, it's bedtime.
It's kind of my point is that I work when I work. I will hyper-focus on work when I'm working. When it's not time to work. When you become unmotivated, you can't do anything.
No,
and I am not motivated from about wake up time, whenever that is, till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I can usually start working from then, but it doesn't work. Very important. What is the best whiskey? The one that is near enough to drink. I hope you're noticing all of these shot donations. I have noticed both. I have 2 extra drinks. I fucked up one of the shots, and spilled a little. So it's actually 2.5 shots for your money. But you did pay more euros, but I don't even know if that's right. Mrs. Sick needs to pot up.
What?
I don't know what that means, but I saw it and I thought it was in. Your content is brilliant. Hope you are able to continue doing this long into the future. I do too. You never know. It's one of the scary things about doing YouTube, as like for 5 years I've been waiting for the penny to drop. Like every time I grow a bit, every time I see some success and continued success, there's always at least a part of me that's assuming that everything is about to drop.
Oh no, domestic. No, this is just how we talk to each other.
Oh, you should see us in public. You know, we are awful.
Thing, like,
we like to make people laugh.
We always sound like we're arguing with each other, but we're actually having a discussion.
Woo, 100k, you deserve it, man. I do. In fact, I deserve 10 times as much. But, you know, that does make me laugh. A lot of people with this 100k thing have told me, oh, you only just hit 100k? I thought you were on a million. I thought you were on a few 100,000. And I'm like, no. I've never felt like, I don't know. And I don't feel like, I didn't expect to feel different, but in case you were wondering, I don't. I just look at the 100,000 and it just makes getting a few hundred look weirder. Like, I'm currently on like 100,400, whereas 99,400, going from 99,000 to 99,400 looked significant. Going from 100,000 to 100,400 doesn't. It looks very small. Now, of course, the fact that since Friday I've gotten another 400 subscribers is crazy. Actually, it made me laugh that the 100,000 subscriber celebration video got me like 50 subs. And I'm like, I guess it just reminded people, I was like, oh shit, I'm not subscribed. Not that I know that there's just sort of the idea that it doesn't matter anymore. I do think it's still a useful metric. It's a good way to tell someone, hi, I am interested enough in your content to click a button that will make it show for a fact that I am. Whereas without that, you can't know. Well, I guess people could become members without being subscribers, which I would be fascinated to find out if any person is a member but just not a subscriber because they don't see the point. Yeah, numbers are like that. Fuck you, Pavlov's cat. Stop being right. I get it. It's more of a conceptual thing. Hi from Western Australia. I found your channel in 2920. So thanks for sick. What? Is that a joke? Or have you written just the wrongest number? Or is that a date? What? No, because there isn't a 20th or a 29th month. Oh, no. 20 year, I guess. Sorry. But then the 29th day of the 20th. No, I'm still confused.
It's 2020 because they're talking about COVID. They just mistyped. Calm down.
Look.
0 is very close to 9.
Look. I never said I was a smart man.
That's why you have me.
Hey, you're the really bad one at numbers, but you're good at mistakes. You're good at seeing mistakes and going, aha!
Because I'm really drawn to negative
She
things.
fucking hates looking at my scripts because they are full of squiggly. Well, they're not. They're squiggly grey lines because I use night mode, but they are full of squiggly lines.
There's so many spelling mistakes. It really annoys me.
And the thing is, I could sit down and I could go through them and I could correct them with the thing. Like, I'm just not a hugely strong typist. Like, I'm reasonably quick for someone who never learned, but not like amazing at it. But the scripts are only for me. But if she comes and looks at them, or if God forbid, if I were to like write down something in a script, if I was like on my laptop and I put it down and went to the toilet, if she was anywhere near it and could see those lines, she would correct it while I was away.
Yeah, I've done that.
I fucking walked in on her correcting my stuff, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Some of those spelling mistakes are on purpose, and I'm not fucking joking. I mean, you know how I talk. That shit. That's one of the beautiful things about having the Cirsic bastardized English, is that when I make spelling mistakes, people go, "Ha ha, funny joke," and I'm like, "Yeah, joke. I'm not stupid." In Japan, it's not unusual to see signs saying 2600 when they mean 2 a.m. What?
What?
What? That's like, I get it, but that's so fucking weird. Why? Do they just keep going?
Yeah, time just is continuous in Japan.
Does it get to like 8 and it's like 3000? I think that's quick maths. No, it would be 6. Fuck!
Bad math.
I knew I'd screw up. Keep him humble, Mrs. Sick. I think you've all kept me humble. I think that the slow growth has kept me humble. You know, it's like I said about people who have had that really fast growth, who then just think they don't like value their YouTube channels in the same way that I do. Like my subscriber count was hard fought. I worked very hard and it grew slowly but surely. Sometimes it didn't fucking grow at all and it was very scary. And sometimes it grew like crazy and that was also very scary because you don't know why. And
oh my god, Alfonso.
what?
It's just, I can read it, but it's horrible.
What?
Put, I'm with Mrs. Sick with our spelling mistakes.
They really piss me off. I don't know, they're fine.
You annoy me.
You call it bastardized, I call it delightful. I think bastardized is the technical term. I also like to use proper fancy words occasionally. Not, like, I like words. That's the thing. Like, I've never been accused of it, but I'm sure someone has thought it at some point that that I don't respect language or something. But I actually do what I do because I like it so much. I have fun with it. Yeah. Do whiskey bottles bounce in space? Well, they would bounce off of anything. I mean, things bounce on the moon, don't they? It's just that when they bounce up, they have much, much less resistant, like gravitational... Is it resistance? I don't know. But, yeah. I could see it 2600 hours on the 30th versus 0200 hours on the 31st. It's like helping make it clear they're talking about the night of 30th, technically morning of 31st. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yep, should spell good like what I does. Am I just crowdsourcing my scripts now?
If your grow up lasts longer than 4 hours, call a doctor to brag.
I like that. It hurt me to write it as much as it hurts to read. But yeah, as an Englishman, I'm shocked there isn't more fonging in your scripts. I'll be honest, can't say I've ever heard that word before. I'm going to go and look it up.
I'll thong you.
I'll thong you. Actually, I'm not going to finish that sentence just in case it means the act or process of receiving or being received. The act of admitting or permitting. I mean, to say one has fonged their mum, or fonged someone's mum at least. Don't fong your own mum. That's just fucking weird. But you can go forth and be a mother fonger all you want. If I remember it, I'll I'll try and add it to my vocabulary. That's one of the things. Like something that when you have a word that you really like, that's a little bit weird, but you know, your family's always said it and it's been around. It's like people have a vocabulary amount for a reason because there's just some words you've never fucking heard. There's just been no reason or context for that to turn up. The other one I really like is when someone has never heard a word said, but only ever read it, and the weird things that their mind turns it into. I always liked, it was Jimmy Carr was talking about chavs. He said it was years before I ever heard someone say it. So I always thought it was pronounced shav, which always made me giggle. I'm still confused about this time thing. Time is a confusing beast. It's mostly based around the location of the sun. I've also said my English is more gooder than yours just to annoy people. It's the best way. Hello from Boston. Love your videos. I love your name, Cranky Pants. Motherfongers. They're everywhere. Mumfonging. What are we, Mormon? More mum? I found this channel last week, so now playing all the backload vids. I'm on 100 out of 525 on Play All. Great content. Thank you, and Jesus.
You've given yourself a very big task.
Well, to be fair, if they're doing something else, then I'm almost certain that you're probably doing something else at the time. The fact that I have that many videos, all between 10 and 20 minutes long, some of them slightly longer, and people will watch all the way through it and go, that was fun. That's crazy. That's fucking, like, I'm going to have to calculate her again. Like, if we were to say it was 15 minutes of video, that is like someone's going to have it before the 15 seconds it takes me to fucking... I say 500 times 15 minutes. 7,500 minutes divided by 60 is 120. That's days. That's literal days. That's almost a week. It's 5 days and a bit. We need a Fong playlist.
A girl is coming over tonight to do the sex. What did I forget to clean? Measuring jug? I don't know what.
What did you forget to clean? Well, hopefully you cleaned your penis and or vagina. And hopefully you cleaned all your toys.
Make sure you brush your teeth.
Yeah, clean your mouth. Clean your body. Just like, as a dirty, disgusting teenager, whenever I thought I was going to get laid, I would shower twice.
That's dedication.
Yeah. I mean, nothing ever came from it as a teenager, but still, you got to be prepared. I remember as a kid, I had a wallet, and I had a condom in my wallet. Even as like a 14, 15-year-old. Because you never know. And I had the piss taken out of me. I was like, yeah, but you do never know. That was so fucking responsible of me. And the fact that people are like, oh, fuck you. If I had a son, I would tell him.
Brush your dick, yeah, scourer.
Oh, yeah. Get one of those, get a blowtorch. Blowtorch to the penis. In fact, the whole body. I don't know how dirty you are. You might be the cleanest person in the history of ever. Best English word ever. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I have a funny feeling that it's not a real word. Like, not.
I think they added it to the dictionary, but it's more like a meme.
God, it would be a meme before memes were memes. That's fucking weird. Because there's a lot of stuff like that back in history.
You
like
just didn't have a name
things
for it.
that everybody knew is how I would consider that. You'd say it and everyone would go, yeah. Old wives' tales, a lot of those are memes. I gave up on condoms. They always expire. That's fucking brutal. God, this thing only has 5 years on it. Never gonna use it. Spoilers. We have 42,000 accounts. All subscribe to you. Hope it helps. See, that's the thing.
What?
I know that it's not that, because unless you also have like 42,000 machines to watch all the videos on, and then what are you going to do? What are you laughing at, Mrs.?
Is it penis, statues, whatever you're into?
I mean,
want to take that.
everything's a sex toy if you're brave enough, and if you're really brave, Statue of Liberty. How many years is a condom good for? I have a 6-pack, and I want to make sure I didn't buy too many. I'm planning on having sex at least 4 times this year. At most 5. I don't know. I mean, we have some condoms kicking about that we've had for a while. Maybe we should check.
No, I have checked them.
Oh, she does check. Okay,
Yeah, I'm not
I don't.
stupid.
I mean, to be fair, whenever the topic comes up, they are handed to me. And at that point, I couldn't read if I fucking wanted to. If I'm handed a condom by a sexy lady, I'm like, okay, this is going straight on the penis. I mean, not out in public.
That'd be a bit weird.
Just have this super attractive woman walk around and just give people condoms and see what happens.
Supermarket and I hand you the box.
Just put the box on my cock. You ready? And she's like, I mean, it'll do. Yes, I know supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is from the movie Mary Poppins. I exist in this universe. I wonder how many people have tried to marry the Statue of Liberty. A non-zero number,
lot,
and I would reckon probably above 10. Like, I bet it's not below 10. That may be a wild underestimation. It is America, after all. There's a good chance it's in the hundreds, if not thousands. I mean, people marry fucking libraries. And look, I'm very much on the no judgment crew, but if you're like physically attracted to a building, you might be a crazy person. Like,
Who was that woman?
They can't consent.
Who was that woman who said she had sex with a ghost pirate and then she wanted to marry him?
Okay, ghost pirate, I don't care. They're not fucking real. But buildings,
but that's odd.
That's very odd. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you she is either not on something or needs to be on something, but still. And that's why Cersei was banned from Boots. I haven't been in a Boots in years, so you might not be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. How many Johnnies can you make out of a car tire? 365. If it's a good year, you're a dick.
What is this stream? It's a terrible stream for terrible people.
Yeah. No, it's a terrible stream for 100,000 people.
Sorry. Yeah.
God, don't be wrong. I mean, it's a higher number than that, but I'm not like gonna fucking check. 42,000 accounts, 42,000 machine. Who knew Sir Sick had a bot farm subscriber? I mean, that would be the way to do it. As long as they're watching, I don't care. As long as they're buying stuff. They got to buy stuff from the merch store, and they've got to, some of them be members. If they just basically did absolutely everything a normal subscriber would do, including, like, searching the adverts and clicking on adverts and buying things, so that it was, as far as anyone in the universe could tell, this was a person, then I'd be fine. As long as they 100% acted like a real person, which, not long from now. I mean, it could be long, it could be short, who the fuck knows. If you had a son, please adopt we, us, and them. Wait, what? You want me to adopt you? No. Sorry, just no.
Oh, I just read Roger Mudfuzzle gets off with his feather.
I mean, there is a thing, I can't remember what they call it, but you get like a metal rod and you push it up your penis.
Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Ow.
And so Roger with his feather, the problem with that is feathers are technically barbed. So getting it out, while not as bad as like if it was metal spikes, I could still see it being quite unpleasant. I mean, going in's probably pretty fucking unpleasant. My favorite sexual act, just because the name is fucking brilliant, is the insertion of one penis into another. Usually it's just like foreskin in, like under the foreskin. I imagine some people have very, very thin penises and some people have monsters that one could fit into the other. But that is known as docking.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, it made me laugh so hard. And then it made me so hard. No. Shouldn't the live stream be called TSTP 100,000 Degenerate Subscribers Stream? Well, no, because I don't actually... Some of the people who don't come to the terrible stream probably wouldn't appreciate being called terrible. So I decided to avoid calling them technically terrible. Because I don't actually want to be a dick.
You're only terrible if you come to the stream anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you can identify as terrible and not come to the stream because you don't have time. But if you don't ID as terrible and you don't come to the stream, then that's fine with me. As long as you're not a prick. Okay, too far. Too far what? Glass barbed rods were used in Jesus Christ. That...
I'm going to say, like, when you were saying about it being barbed, I was just like, that sounds like a torture device.
Sir, can you say hi to Bobby, who got me into this channel, please? Fuck you, Bobby. I mean, hi. Sorry. I get those confused. Usually when I meet people, I tell them to go fuck themselves. It's a habit of living on Earth. No, hi, Bobby. Have a good one. How could this immortal, strong, tall, handsome, nice voice, baby-consuming, whiskey-drinking god only have 100,000 subscribers? This is ludicrous. It's because the man is keeping me down. Fuck that guy.
It's because you're not a shill.
I mean, I do have a bad habit of not shilling. The only thing I shill is Spoon Staff Stories.
Oh my god, shut up.
Mrs. Six, excellent show that is voiced by me. And people act like I do,
and yes,
like
I'm
most
still
of the work.
working on the next episode. I worked on a bit today. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, she's always working on it.
Yeah, I'm always
Stop
working.
asking when the next one's going to come out. Do you know, you'll know when the next one comes out, when it's fucking out.
Yeah.
Doing naughties with a building. They do them, but I can't see that not being painful. I mean, have you ever grinded on an object? Like, I don't know what, but rubbing like a pillow or something. I mean, a building's not a pillow, but there's things in buildings that are probably relatively soft.
Insulation.
Yeah.
Glass fiber.
I mean, maybe not glass fiber insulation. Or at the very least, very clothed. But yeah.
Mrs. Sig is supposed to have big hair. Yeah, fuck you, supposed to have.
What do I think of Ben Shapiro? I think lol. I think his amazing arguments against atheism are some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's rarely like in any way deep. It's usually gotchas instead of a worthwhile argument. They're very convincing to people who already agree with him. Which tells you all you need to know. Why do you speak so slowly? Whenever I watch your videos, I have to watch it 2 times. I have been told that I speak too fast, so maybe listen slower?
It's the way it's edited. When I edit it, I cut out a lot of the spaces. He does actually do it quite slowly when he's reading the script. It's just I edit it smaller.
They're not saying that.
What?
They're saying, why do you speak so slowly? That's the words they used.
Maybe you have very fast ears.
Yeah. And also, yeah, I have breaks to breathe and stuff. And we both edit the audio. Don't act like you're the only one who edits audio, bitch. I mean, you've been good recently. She's been very on top of that shit.
Give me cookies.
Who's got cookies? I'd love some cookies.
Well, we've got Cookie Crisp Crunch, whatever breakfast cereal.
That's not fucking cookies.
I don't know. I think they're foul. So
They're fine.
no, they taste like.
You've got the makings
they
of
taste like cardboard.
You've got the makings of.
Oh yeah, peanut butter bread.
Yeah.
Still need to make it though.
Yeah, you do need to make it right now.
Oh, I'm busy though.
Some people like rubbing it against iron fences.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't count. It's definitely sexual, at least for one part of that transaction, but I
When
wouldn't
are you
count.
going to apologise for being British?
I found your channel because I started watching Aaron Ra's video. He is an atheist who argues against religious folk, for those who don't know. I am well aware of Aaron Ra, and I'm surprised my content shows up with his, because he's definitely a lot more, like, not a dickhead than I am. Some buildings are pretty schmexy, to be fair. That is true. There are some gorgeous buildings, but I still wouldn't fuck them. Having trouble with slow speech? Try speed. Yeah. I don't know if they were being ironic earlier, but I don't consider myself a particularly slow talker.
No.
I've seen slow talkers, and holy shit.
I always thought that I was slow at talking compared to you.
Yeah. But it turns out you were just slow.
I'm going for a wee.
You can change the speed on videos to be faster. I watch many at 1.5 speed. I am well aware of that. Why so serious? Because I am a serious salad. Yeah, I sometimes watch them at 1.25. But I often find I start getting annoyed, especially if anything that's quite long, it desyncs, and I fucking hate it. Talking about the man, I had to re-hit the bell so many times. Anybody know why this site keeps unsubscribing me? Because it's broken. I have noticed it has a bad habit of unsubscribing me from stuff I was subscribed to. The other thing is that in some ways it does and it doesn't matter. The stream better not be sponsored by... I'm not even going to say it out loud because I don't actually like talking about fucking assholes, shitty bell ends. There you go. Fucking got them. Because I don't want to give them any fucking promotion. Like, zero. I genuinely think that they are a really bad thing that makes money off of just people knowing they exist. And so if we just start pretending they don't exist, and then whenever I see someone that I respect doing one, I'm not going to stop watching them, but I just say, that's a pretty shit company. Maybe consider not taking their millions of dollars, which, you know, is hard to fucking argue against. But you can just make it known. I think that's a shit company.
What's a shit company?
I don't want to say it out loud, but it's that one that sponsors fucking everybody.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know exactly who I mean. You were part of the Viced Rhino, Polosia, Logic, Aaron Ra pipeline for me. It feels weird to be part of a pipeline. I feel like sewage goes through pipelines. I mean, okay, that's fair. But many of those people are actually good. I consider myself more like a bowl of shit that people come and look at and go, oh, okay, that's what a bowl of shit looks like, and then they leave. But apparently 100,000 of them didn't. 100,000 of them didn't.
You're like a curiosity. People keep coming to gawk at the shit bowl.
Like someone was asking me earlier today, they said something about me being like Reddit, and they only got that sort of idea from the fact that I'm usually aware of internet trends, things going on in the internet, but that's not because I spend almost no time on Reddit. Like, I'm not going to say I never go on Reddit, because Reddit is a really useful way to, if you want a piece of information, but you don't want the fucking advertisement for that piece of the thing that's related to, you type it in and you type Reddit, and then you'll actually find some people talking about it. But, like, I'm not that interested. There's a reason that I'm not on Discord. Because I don't like hanging out with random people as a general rule. There was a thing in the 100k video, a question asking what kind of games I like, and I said single player ones, hint hint. Because people will regularly ask me, like they'll add me on Steam and say, "Do you want to play a game?" And I'm like, "No, not with you. No offense, I'm sure you're wonderful. I'm sure if I did play a game with you, we would have a terrific time. But I already have a friend, and I play games with him and have a blast. I have a brother and play with games with him, and I have 2 children. I play games with them. And I have Mrs. Sick, and I play games with her. That's fucking 5 people. That's enough. There are some other people that I have played games with over the years, but honestly, I haven't spoken to a lot of them in a long time. I still occasionally do, but I just don't need a lot of friends. Like my best mate, some of you, although at this point, maybe none of you will know him as the Memory Man because he hasn't come up a lot recently. But yeah, we don't see each other for fucking ever. And then we'll just hang out for usually we'll hang out a few times and then we won't see each other again for fucking ages. Because that's just how it is. It's like the boy friendship thing. Wait, someone said something. 43 minutes in and not a piss break for Sick yet. Well, that's because people haven't been buying me enough whiskey. I guess the whiskey is already here and paid for, but, you know. I agree with Sick. I only play with myself. Lies. You have 100,000 friends. Okay, I don't want to disappoint anybody. And I get the parasocial relationships exist. But I'm going to be blunt. We aren't friends. And any other YouTube person you subscribe to, unless you've been to their house with their permission, hanging outside their house does not count. If you've been invited into their home, unless you've been invited to that person's home, there's a really good chance you aren't friends with that person. Yeah. All of my friends, all one of them, have been invited into my house. And I don't think any of you have. And I'll be honest, you probably never will be. That doesn't mean you aren't all fucking awesome. And that doesn't mean that this isn't terrific fun. This, to me, is more like hanging out at the pub. And I do hang out at pubs. And I would never invite any of those people home. Yeah. Yeah, keep that in mind. If you feel like you have like a bond with a YouTuber, maybe take a step back. There's still a chance. If we randomly met out in the wild and you had no idea who I was, and we got to talking and you were just the fucking sickest dude, not in that sense. You just so cool. I was like, I want to be friends with this guy. And I invited you home. And then you found out I was so sick. Honestly, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that at this point. Because there's the small possibility that you figured out who I was and then just fucking turned up. Yeah. Does being in your walls count as being in your house?
Is it with permission?
I mean, I'll put you in my walls if you want. I'm not sure how long you'll live, but who would invite an alcoholic to their home? Fellow alcoholics. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Back in my more adventurous days, I considered a night out to be a good night out if I ended up at some random person's house drinking their alcohol. And that happened a lot because I am quite good fun. I need to split. Congrats. Keep on rocking in the free world, terrible people. Lady Freedom out. Thank you. Wait, you're not my best friends? Not going to do snow angels in the yard? Unfortunately, no. It's like this. If I did Sir Sitcon would you all expect me to then bring you to my house? And if you would, I have been giving off the wrong fucking vibe.
Wait for all the yeses to come up now.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're going to fucking lie because, you know, they like me. They're clearly not got any morals. Atheists as well, many of you. Those people, they... If a sick Sir Sick gets sick, would that be sickception? I've been very ill many times. I imagine I sound kind of sick at the moment. But yeah. We have chocolate Toblerone. I mean, that would be a way to get me to go somewhere. Not gonna lie. But yeah. Please, 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 can you say, dude, please, please, please stop? No. Wait. I would expect nothing beyond a good docking. Yeah. But yeah. I like to make it clear. I like to talk about parasocial relationships because, you know, I've had some people, a not small amount of them, who have been overly friendly, overly familiar. And at the end of the day, I don't know you. You don't know me. That's the thing. You almost certainly know more about me than I know about you. But you probably don't know anywhere near as much as you think you do. Like, a lot of the things about me are not true. I make up a lot of shit. There's more truth in the Sir Sick 100k thing than there is falsehoods, but there is a non-zero amount of falsehoods. And that's what makes it fun. Hey, I'm your roofer. Fell into your attic. Does this count as being in your house? Send help. That's fucking weird because we live in flats. You're in just someone's house. I'm surprised they haven't kicked you out. Live in a caravan, then you can bring your house to me. I mean, there's a non-zero chance that you live in America. And so I don't think that airplanes have one of those hookup things. Although that would be hilarious to watch on takeoff. Especially if you were in it. Would getting sicken Sir Sick's mind? I don't know. Do parasocial relationships involve ghosts? I think, well, para just means like beside. So there's paranormal, so it's like to the side of normal. So parasocial would be to the side of social, as in not the same thing. You don't need babies. I mean, we've run out. It is bold of you to assume there isn't a deranged lunatic that wiretaps your phone as we speak. I have no idea when the last time I made a fucking phone call was, but it wasn't recently.
A long time ago, actually.
We get a lot of phone calls from fucking scammers.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Never meet your heroes. They all turn out to be so sick. God, can you fucking imagine? Yeah. Like, people treat my honesty about how I'm probably a dickhead as sign that I'm not a dickhead. It's like, no. It's because I'm definitely extra a dickhead. If someone met me in public and realized it was me, especially as things are, I would freak the fuck out. Not gonna lie. Unless it was one of the people that I know, me freaking out about that would just be weird. Sick is the prototype for a garden gnome. I mean, I do just stand out in the grass a lot. Trailer park life is the life. Well, I wouldn't want to live in a trailer park. I would kind of like my own caravan. That would be cool. I have anti-social relationships. I appreciate that. Scammers will always be there for you. Oh, I'm so glad you called. Next time you get a scam call, oh, thank God. They're here. What, another 100k stream? No. I did a 100k celebration video. This is the stream. The other one was a video. Go and watch the video. It's different. Nobody fucking streamed. Yeah, I realized people... I don't know if I should put a fucking... not a stream written across the fucking thumbnail of it. Real Engineering has a video titled, I made a U-Haul go hypersonic. So maybe the flying caravan idea has some potential? Yes, I know what a U-Haul is. It's called U-Haul. The name is like right fucking there.
He's so sick of Short King. No, he's a monster.
I am fucking enormous. I mean, I'm not as big as some people. We've had streams of people. Oh, actually, I'm 6'3", and now I know one of you cunts is like, well, I'm 6'5", so you're basically tiny. It's like, I could probably still beat you up. Not gonna lie. I am a big boy. And if I couldn't beat you up, I could probably sit on you.
No, you'd be fucked then.
Yeah. I'm a tall god. Are comments like pissing in the stream? I don't know what you mean. Comments in the first hour. If you're asking like, you fucking... No, that might actually be someone else. There's some people with very similar names, and sometimes I get them confused. But I know some of you have been in the first hour of a video. Commenting in the first hour of a video, I literally sit there and read all the comments and reply to them. If it's a really long comment, I'll probably put a shocked face. If it's a really asinine comment, I'll probably put a shocked face. If it's really funny, I might haha. If it's something worth replying to, then I might give you a proper reply that's actually worth your time. But if you're not looking for that, if you just want to know that I've seen it, just say, haha, lol. And I'll put a shocked face, probably. Sick con for 1 million subs. If I had 1 million subscribers and the kind of viewership that would make sense for that, like I have 100,000 subscribers now. I don't know if you know. And I get between sort of 30 and 50,000 views a video, depending on the topic, etc. So if I was getting between 300 and 500,000 views a video, then a con might actually make sense. Enough people would give a fuck. I mean, it might make sense now. I don't know. It would all depend on where you are and where I was. I'd have to do it in America. I think right now, if I did a con in America, that would probably be worth doing. To an extent. Or at least turning up for something. But if I wanted to do it in the UK without having to go very far, it'd have to be at that. So maybe. But I don't see me hitting 1 million subs. Channels that are way bigger than mine, sort of in the same field, seem to peak at about 500,000. I don't know. I could be wrong.
6'6" and 24 stone, ready for a sumo showdown. I would happily watch that.
That would be porn for Mrs. Sick.
Yeah.
She is very into that. Right, so no one else is buying me a shot for $100. I'm so shocked. It's a good job it wasn't $20, because I would be fucking 10 shots in and I would be mashed. So I think that was a good call. 100,000 subscribers is proof there is no God. I mean, you think he'd have done something about it. Shouldn't tempt fate, but still. I will forge swords for you and Mrs. Sick if you hit 100 million subs. I swear to atheismo. You wouldn't do it now? God. Fucking lazy Ben. Can't believe it. Didn't realize he hated me. Yeah. Sir Sick at LineCon 2024.
LineCon? What's that?
I don't know. I thought it was made up because it's just about queuing.
Probably like line dancing.
QCon.
QCon.
QCon. QCon actually sounds fucking amazing. It's nothing but queues. You get to the end and then you just... There's nothing there. It's all about the queuing. That would fucking work. That's what drives me mad. That would work. It's like, it's to meet people who are like fans of queuing and you just chat shit and you're like, yeah, man, it's so queuey.
That sounds
I
terrible.
think that was an episode of Solar Opposites. Yeah, that definitely was. Make them daggers at least. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna fuck off now. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for fucking subscribing. Apart from the ones who didn't, fuck you. But yeah, I'll catch you a coupon for QCon. You fucking dick. All right. Did they bribe you again to continue for several hours? No, they didn't. We're off. I have shit to do. All right. Bye.
Bye.
And we don't love queuing. We just do it because you're supposed to.